Hello class, and welcome to what your notes will look like from now until the end of the year, regardless of distance learning. We will be doing notes like this. So this video is just to kind of introduce you to how we take notes, or how I recommend you take notes, and how they are always going to be set up. So always going to have the chapter name and title at the top here, and I will always go over it in the beginning. We'll always have our objective, and remember the objective is what you're focusing on. It's like when you're playing video games, right? You have different objectives you need to complete, right? So it's the task, it's what you are going to be getting out of this chapter 1.1 lesson. So it's kind of like a roadmap to what you will be learning with this lesson. So we'll go over that each lesson. Then if we were in class, we would have a problem of the day, just tone my brains up, but I want to make these videos as quick and interesting as possible. I don't want you guys to have to sit there while I do the math for that. So I cut it out for now. If we were in the classroom, we would be doing a problem of the day here, but instead we're going straight to vocab. There's not always going to be this many. Sometimes, if you looked in your math book, there wouldn't actually be these vocab words. These are just the vocab words I thought that were important, and they were review. You guys should probably know most of these. If you don't, that's fine. So that's how it looks in the beginning. Then there will be a problem. Always I title it Unlock the Problem. It's in the book titled Unlock the Problem, but I don't always use the same problem from the book. So that's why you want to make sure you're watching these videos. And I do the problem how I will be teaching it. So at first I do it so you watch me do it, and then I do the steps. So then I break down each part of how I solved this previous one. See, this is the same division going on here is what my examples are down here. This first lesson is kind of strange, and it doesn't really go with having steps. So these steps are kind of all over the place. And then I'll give examples. It will be maybe one, it will always be at least 1, 2. I don't always have 3. It depends how much practice I think you guys need. And if there's also maybe like a trick question, or if I want to throw in a word problem, or sometimes will give you a third example as a way to get a 4 on a test. So make sure you're watching all of these. That's it for the notes. So this is how each notes will be set up. I recommend that you just sit and watch the video first, because if you sit and watch, you're just focusing on what I'm talking about. If you're sitting and taking notes and pausing to take notes, you're more focused on the writing. So I recommend sitting and watching the video first, then watching it again where you can pause and take notes then at your own time. And make sure you're writing these down, your notes. I will be requiring you guys to upload proof of your notes at the end of the week. So make sure you are writing it down when it is assigned, so that you're not frantically writing it down at the end of the week. All right, so that's the intro on how the notes work. This is chapter 1, and these are your notes.